In this video, we're going to take a look at a really cool knife from a company called Artisan Cutlery. Talking about the Archaeo carbon fiber. Oh yeah, that's what's coming up next here on Survival on Purpose. Welcome back to Survival on Purpose, your home for information and gear reviews related to camping, survival, and general preparedness for regular folks. My name is Brian. Thanks for joining me. So as you may have seen on a previous video, I live pretty close to Going Gear, which is a cool store that sells flashlights, knives, and all kinds of cool stuff. And I had the opportunity to go hang out with Daniel over there a few weeks ago, and he let me pick out some cool stuff to take home and show you. One of the things that really caught my eye was this Artisan Cutlery carbon fiber knife. And as it turns out, it's called the Archaeo. I think this is designed by a Georgia knife designer, but I want you to look at that. That thing is, by golly, butter smooth. It's a really cool, very lightweight little EDC style pocket knife. And man, I like this one a lot. And so, I mean, just, gosh, it's going to be one of those deals where you're going to be like, okay, quit flicking that knife. Look how easy this thing opens up because it has ceramic ball bearings. There's no bushings here. The fit, finish, and workmanship on this thing is, for the price, which is around $65, $70 for this, is as good or better than knives costing 3 to 4 times that much. And as a matter of fact, I think Artisan Cutlery actually offers this knife in some different versions in titanium, in Damascus, and different higher end steels that are around the $200 mark. So this is a really good bargain, in my opinion, for 65 bucks. So anyway, what I thought we'd do is I'll take you down to the old stump top. We'll talk about the specs and details of this thing. We'll do a little bit of knife stuff. This is not a bushcraft knife. And then we'll wrap it up. So we're going to do that right after this word from one of our sponsors. This video is sponsored by my friends at Sportsman's Guide, your one-stop shop for all kinds of gear pertaining to camping, survival, and general preparedness. I encourage you to check them out. I think you'll be glad you did. Okay, we're back. I appreciate you sticking around. The sponsorships really do help keep the lights on here. So without further ado, let's take you down to the old stump top, talk about the specs of this thing. Okay, so here is the Artisan Cutlery Archaeo carbon fiber knife. This knife features a 3.07 inch drop point blade of stone washed D2 steel with a full flat grind, 0.15 inches thick, and it weighs just 2.47 ounces. Now for those of you still stuck in that old metric system, that's a 78 millimeter long blade by 3.75 millimeter thickness by 70 grams of weight. The overall open length of this is 7.04 inches or 179 millimeters, and the closed length is 3.98 inches or 101 millimeters. It's a flipper design, and it opens like absolutely nobody's business because it has ceramic ball bearings, which is pretty stinking cool there. It also features a liner lock design, as you can see, a tip up, fully reversible pocket clip, which again is really cool, and it's got a little bit of jimping right here, and a little bit even on the back of the handle scale, so you can get a good purchase if your hands are wet or whatever, but it's not very aggressive. And it's got a little thumb notch here if you want to use that, but I mean, why would you, right? So there you go, and then carbon fiber handles it feels really good in my hand. So there's that. So that's the specs, and I got to say, this is really slick. Designed by Dylan Mallory, who is, by the way, from Georgia. Oh yeah. So let's do a little bit of cutting test on this thing. I got my notes here. You can see where I cut it already, but I forgot to push the record button, so we'll just do a little bit more. I mean, this thing is, by golly, it's stinking sharp. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out what else I could show you about this knife because it's a folding knife. I'm not balance testing this one, okay? I know I got the cool double balance orientation device going, but that's for fixed blades. This is just not for that, but I thought I could show you at least the depth of the pocket carry maybe. It's something a lot of people always ask about, so put it in your pocket, it's going to go down. All you're going to see is literally that. Just that little bit right there. Comes out really easy, opens up like, man, really easy. Just let me give you just a couple close-ups of this blade. And that full flat grind is really, really good. Let me just show you that. I mean, that's straight out of the box. Look at that. Wow. I just think Artisan did a really, really good job on this. Okay, so there you go. That's a kind of a quick look at the Artisan Archaeo carbon fiber handle, and mosquitoes are still bothering me. Certainly, I could have done a balance test, which would be stupid because it's, you know, it's not a fixed blade. And I could try to carve wood and start fires and all that, but let's be real, okay? That's not what this knife is for. That's not the intent or the purpose. That's not what you're going to be buying a knife like this for. This is a knife, an EDC style knife you carry in your pocket for cutting stuff. Whether it's cutting string or opening letters or opening boxes or just doing everyday general tasks anytime you need a knife. For most of us, that's kind of medium to light duty. But I gotta say, this is like a it's like a grown-up fidget spinner is what it is. It is extremely smooth, just very, very well done. And I just think for the, you know, like I said, at the price of $65 or so, this, you know, this is, I've seen knives that are not nearly this well made and don't have this much fit and finish for a lot more than that. So I got to say, I'm pretty impressed with this knife. So again, the folks at Going Gear were kind enough to send me home with this so I could show it to you. I'll put a link to their website in the description below, and I encourage you to go check them out because they not only have some really cool stuff, they're just good folks over there. So I hope this has been helpful. As always, thanks for watching Survival on Purpose. I put out a new video every Friday and Saturday, and sometimes random videos throughout the week. And if you want to make sure you don't miss a single one, I invite you to subscribe to my weekly email newsletter. And you can do that by going to survivalonpurpose.com/subscribe or click the link in the description below. And every Friday or so, I'm going to post all the videos from the previous week in the newsletter, along with any deals or opportunities I think you might benefit from. Maybe some interesting news from time to time. And plus, that'll kind of give me a way to stay in touch with you in case YouTube decides to pull the plug. You never know, right? So anyway, I appreciate your support. Once again, my name is Brian. You're watching Survival on Purpose. Remember, survival's not an accident, so be prepared. I'll see you next time.